Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne and on my channel, I review foreign international content. Today, I'm back to review See You in My 19th Life and we are in episode 5 and 6. And oh my word, really interesting. First of all, I have to ask, did he pay for his son to be killed? Did they just say, we killed the wrong child? That's not the child who was supposed to die? Is that what that thug just said? And he gets a phone call and it's like, I think your son may have known about this. Is that the information he's being told? But why kill his son? I cannot wait to find out why. I have a feeling it has to do with the mother who's not there, who obviously passed away. So, but why take out the son? At first I thought for sure it was his wife, the stepmother, and maybe they're still involved together, but he did it? Wow, that is cold if he did it. I cannot wait to hear why. But in episode 5, it was just so interesting. I have to say, I was sitting there in episode 5 like, tell her, you're the sister, you are her sister. I was just begging. And I was so happy by the time when episode 6, she told her. And Chio Won believed her because the evidence was so strong. Like, I have 3 moles in my back, the back of my neck. I have a scar on my side. She saw her looking at that, growth chart that they do. She found the doll. Like, how would anybody else would know where that doll has been hiding all these years? So I'm so glad she finally did. That being said, also, we do know the fact that she told her based on Mingi, who I was calling the Grim Reaper. I don't think he's a Grim Reaper. I think he's more of like a guardian angel, right? I think it said he's here to help her understand why she keeps remembering her old lives, right? Like, why for her, I guess, first of all, it was interesting to learn that we all get reincarnated, but we just never remember our past lives. But for her, she's remembering this past life. So Iggy, that I thought was a Grim Reaper with his little bells, sounds like he's more of a guardian angel, and he's here to probably shed more light on why she keeps remembering her past lives. So that'll be interesting. And by the way, now we know who has been changing the flowers on the hotel, right? It's that lady who's a friend to Mingi, and she said she's been watching Seo Ho. If she's been, then we know she was reincarnated as well, and I believe that is Seo Ha's mother. Why? Because remember when they were standing at that crossing and that boy almost ran, and Miss Bun or Ju Won said to the boy, hey, be careful where you're going and watch out. And the lady, who almost looks like her age, says, wow, Ju Won, you grew up to be a great girl. You've really grown up. She's watching Seo Ho. I know that's his mother who's reincarnated because she said she's watching over him, right? Anybody else think the same way? Tell me in the comment section. I was like, oh my God, that's his mother. That's his mother. And she's the one who's changing those flowers, because we were like, who keeps changing those flowers in the hotel? Even he was like, he brought the flowers and he's thinking, she got the same exact flowers I got, right? So I thought that was interesting. And then his assistant, Dong Yun, it was interesting, first of all, to find out that Seo Ho did not know until now that it was his father who was the driver who died. I thought that's why they were together, but it turns out he must have been hired by his dad to work for him because he knows that their father was his driver, right? So that was interesting, and how they were fighting there. I was like, oh, almost like, I thought you guys were friends. And then obviously it was kind of sad that he's like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that was your dad? And now it makes sense. It's almost that power struggle of, Do Yoon always feeling like he's below or beneath. Which, by the way, now we understand why he does not want to date Cheo Won, although he likes her. He likes her. But he said, I don't want to come off as, this person, I think poor, who's trying to take advantage of a rich girl. So I thought that was interesting, like, oh, that's why. Because I'm like, why are you being so cold to her? But clearly, I'm like, it looked like you could like her. And clearly, he does. He does for sure. And then the niece of Miss Bun or Juwon, we found out she's sick. That's why I'm thinking Min Gi is not a Grim Reaper, because he's there helping her and he knows she's sick, right? And by the way, that scene where Seo Ho walks in and the niece is in the background referring to Miss Bun as uncle. What would you like to eat, uncle? And it's like, you're calling her uncle? That just seems so weird and so strange. That was hilarious. The other thing I was gonna mention was when Miss Bun talked about she's hugging at the end there. She's hugging Seo Ho and says to him, "This is not gonna end badly." Almost like this will not be a bad ending. Meaning, if I'm gonna end up dying in this life, the 19th life, it's not gonna be a bad ending. And as a viewer, I was like, oh, that means we're probably not gonna have a sad ending, because I'm worried. I'm like, oh my God, if they end up being a sad ending, I'm gonna be sad. But almost like she's hopeful in this life, it's not gonna be a sad ending, because the previous life definitely ended badly, and she was almost comforting him, like, don't worry, this time around it's not gonna end badly. And I was like, oh, that was nice to hear, right? Because even as a viewer, I'm like, well, that would mean then we're not gonna have a sad ending, right? Let me know if you're thinking the same. And then the other question I had at the end, did you see that screen where when they were kids, they're swimming, it's blue, and then it turns red? And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Okay, writers, why are you trying to make our brains hurt? What does that mean? I thought she's here to help him. Not, it looks like the way it turned red, it gave me an eerie feeling of like, is something bad about to happen? Is she gonna hurt him? What? Anyway, tell me in the comment section of what you thought of episode 5 and 6, because I feel like this is gonna be one of those shows we're gonna have a lot of questions like, what about this? What about that? I cannot wait to find out why the father would want to take out his own son, if that's the truth. Or is it an influence from the stepmother, right? Because then that would make more sense, because we know she doesn't like him. And then here's to hoping that the Grim Reaper is more of a guardian angel. I think he is, because even his face and who he looks like he's a nice guy. He's not, how sometimes when they're shown the Grim Reapers in other shows, they're always dressed in black, their faces look scary. He doesn't look that way. So for that reason, I'm hopeful. I'm feeling like he's a guardian angel. I'm also happy to see that even Seo Ho has a guardian angel in his mom, who's also reincarnated and is here. So that's good. And then I'm also looking forward to see how Do Yoon and Cheo Won end up. It sounds like they're gonna be together, because I think in the next episode we see he's drunk, and does he look like he's trying to kiss her or something? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section what you guys thought as well, and join me next week as I review episode 7 and 8, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.